This is Liliana here again. Yeah, welcome to the Let's Chat Show, episode 5. It's been amazing so far. Okay, in today's episode, I'm going to be a little bit personal. I'm going to be sharing my opinions, my suggestions, and some knowledge about the main topic of last episode. So, the main topic of last episode was the debts incurred right after school whilst in your national service period. It's like you are going to be incurring debt. You have to feed, you have to get to work, you have to buy some clothes, buy some shoes, get your hair done. You have to look presentable. So when there's no income coming anywhere, you try to borrow to make things okay because there is an allowance which will come definitely, and that allowance will pay up the debt. Me personally, I don't feel it's right, but people around me and hearing for this past week after premiering the show, everybody is, or most people are like, it's normal. As the first month, the first year of your career, or you are now coming out of university, you will go through it, and it's normal. People say it's normal to be broke in that period. It's normal to have nothing to like. It's normal. It's like you should just accept it and then make that sacrifice, because in the next few years, or let's say some people say in the next 2 years, you would have a good paying job, and that will clear off the debt, and then you start building. I was like, that's 3 good years. So all that 3 years, what am I going to be doing? You know what? And people say you're just going to be learning. Your job will be teaching you a lot to do. I was like, okay, so I'm learning from the job, right? And so does that mean that I'm not adding any value to the job, or I'm not doing anything that has to be done with, like, if I'm not there as a new person or as a new graduate, someone will be doing that, and it will be paid much. So what's the this one? What's the knowledge, or what's all this about? Like, that's how it's gonna be. So I was like, okay. I don't know much about the medical school, but I know medical school is 7 years. So if they are done with the 7 years, or let me even say, if they are done with the 7 years, does that mean that they also do they actually get paid that much, or they just have to also have that 3 years? So that means 10 years of learning. Oh, I feel that's too much. And so I was like, okay, that means that you're going to the university, and coming out of university and start making money for yourself. It's a 7 year period. That's what I have come up with a career. So someone like me, I did BA in statistics. And to be so if I come out of uni and I was like, my career is, I'm choosing statistics as my career. So I want to be a statistician. After the 4 years studying in school, I have to make sure that it's in my mind that I'm going in the practical world for 3 years before I get a good sum of monthly salary. That's when I can start making an income. So maybe that's when I would even maybe now be clearing debt, getting what I have to get as a lady, changing my wardrobe. Let's just say um, I'm not going to be getting any gifts from other people, from my friends. I'm not going to be getting family support and all those. Let's say all those are debts that are coming in, so I have to pay all that debts. That's too much. Or am I not making sense? I feel it's too much. So as I'm doing this experiment, Let's Chat Show is actually educating me on how it's gonna be. Okay, so some people actually just opt. It's better to travel outside. At least if I travel outside, go do my masters. After masters, the allowance I'll be getting is not equal to the allowance I would have been getting here. So maybe in abroad, I will be getting like maybe 1,000 cedis. Hey, sorry, $1,000 as my allowance. That's way much. As maybe as my allowance for a month or 2 months, or let's say, okay, let's break it down. I think 1,000 is too much. So let's say $500 as my monthly earnings. That is actually better doing the calculation here in Ghana. So I'll just try to save up or gather all my family wealth and then travel out, so that will be better. That's another option, but that's still, you have to go to school. Sometimes me like this, if I want to go do data science, that's 2 years. Adding it up to my 4 6, coming back, coming out of it, coming out of masters and then searching for a job. Let's say it takes 6 to 1 year. That's 3 years, and that's when I'll start earning. It's the same calculation, and I was like, oh my god, I feel it's too much. To me, it's too much. I really don't think I can do that much. So this experience has made me restructure, re-strategize, and know what to do. So I would want to share my ideas and know how, and share my ideas, some of my knowledge so far, and let's see how it goes from there. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I would be saying is that I personally think that that isn't the only option, but what can I say? What can I do? What can I do about the debt? I myself incur some debt sometimes, but I don't know how to do it. So I had to start studying, and I realized that there are bad debts and then there are good debts. So I replan, sat down, identify myself, and find out what I would love to do. Okay, so firstly, what I would love to do, it's let me just see my personal stuff. So what I would love to do is become a good model coach, run my modeling agency, have a nice business setup, and continue with my career as a data science. I've not even started the data science, but so far as I have a degree in statistics, I think I'm on the right track and surely would start my journey with data science. Yes. So breaking that down has made me know that all what I am doing, all what I am interested in, bring more finance, like they bring more cash. Modeling is a huge career. Here in Africa, we are now finding the niche, we are now finding the rhythm to that. We are now finding out that we have a lot in the modeling industry in Africa. But out there, outside Africa, the models are making a lot. Yes. So if I have a passion for modeling, that's a great start. Yeah. Okay. So data science too happens to be one of the best careers. So finding out I've grown love for data science, I would want to push and know more about it and then and from there. Yes. And then being a model coach, I always have it in my mind that people are money. Money is people. Yes. So if I'm able to train millions, or not millions, to train many models to become great, become top models in Africa or top models in Ghana here, that's a huge thing for me. But how would I start? Do I really need to get the money before I start? I realized that no. Actually, if I am getting into bad debt, why don't I transform it into be a good debt? You get it. So that's when I started studying and I started restructuring. And in fact, I started this show to see how I could improve. If you never start, you will never know how to improve. True. That's very true. Yes. So identifying these things about me has really made my focus so narrow, and it's really nice that way. You don't have to think too much. You actually know that, this is what I want. How do I achieve it? That's what comes next. you know what you want, how you achieve it will come. That's when you go through the learning experience, you fail, but you know what you want. So as you fail, you learn from the failure and you move on again. But if you really don't know what you want, how would you know what to do? You understand? Okay. Okay, so yeah. This is a bit personal, but I'm also sharing my knowledge about what I have learned so far. It's almost a year since my finishing of university. Yeah. So what I have learned so far and what I'm going to be doing this new phase. Yeah. So I am investing in myself. So investing in myself, I was like, okay, in level 200, I paused on my modeling career. I wanted to focus on my academics. But as I paused on my modeling career, God being so good, God is so faithful, the Holy Spirit is so much beautiful. He just made me become a coach. So the little knowledge I knew from my modeling, I was like, okay, let me start this agency whereby I recruit models and then I start training them. They are aspiring, so I start training them. So as I have paused my modeling career personally, I was impacting other lives to come out as models. Some people actually had closed their mind from modeling because it feels like in Africa they wouldn't be accepted as models and also starting that has made me realize that there are people, many youth out there who love to be models but don't know how to go about it. So during that period, I think when I got in my third year, the idea came up in the time of prayer, and I started it. So I started in November. I started the agency 1st November 2021 with 3 people, and right now we are 10, 11 or 12, I think. Yes. So it has been amazing with them. But right now, as I'm here, looking at the debts, looking at the money stuffs and all that going on, if you don't have money, life really sucks. Life really sucks. You really want to go out, but you don't have money for transportation, and someone will be flexing with you with their cars, even at least even if you don't have a car, you have the money to fuel the car. You can still afford it, so let's go. But that's not there, so you just have to chill in your house. Yeah. So I've decided to invest in myself. So from this past month that I receive allowances, I realized that within 1 week the allowance is gone. Because I would have to maybe pay up something that I have bought already, or have to get something new, maybe get a new shoe, get a new clothes, or look nice. That's all. And also maybe I would have to transportation takes a whole lot. Like in a week I spend about 400 CDs, 500 CDs on transportation. That's the maximum. But on a week whereby I have help and assistance, it reduces to 100 CDs. So you can imagine the money inflow isn't stable. So I was like, okay, then let me welcome myself into the modeling industry again. Why not? Being a good model coach, I have to be a good model as well. So I have started doing the plans, taking out the decisions, restructuring, strategizing, trying to see what is good and all that to become the model again. And in fact, I may not have to, whilst I am waiting for that 2 years to blow up in my career as a statistics or a data scientist, I'll have a model as my side income, and it'll be great. Oh, yeah. So that is it. So I would advise that as you are in this phase or as you are coming into this phase, whether you are in school now or you are done with school now, as you are coming into this phase, there's something you would love to do. Is it sewing, dancing, acting, whatever, maybe event planning? Learn it. Just learn it. We have our phones, we have our internet. Search, plan, write them down. Which, like, just keep learning. Just keep learning. It can take about 3 months. You're just learning, reading, learning, reading, learning, reading. In the fourth month, you start seeing Like, oh, I can plan my life this way when it comes to this. I can plan my life this way when it comes to that. And that will help you to actually have a second income. Some people will not have to start a business. Some people go into the routes and start a business and it's bloom like it's just amazing. They just go and it's like I have a couple of contacts who are doing well in their business and I was like, yeah, yeah, it's good. But I also realized that as I'm here with my responsibilities and all, starting a business is not something I could just go ahead and start. So I will have to build something that will start up the business for me, and I wouldn't have to be maybe in present to run the business and all that, or be a I'll be a an entrepreneur, not a business owner. A business owner is a person who is self-employed. So you do your own business, you go to your own office and run all the things. So maybe if you have a restaurant, you are the you are the managing director of the restaurant. So you have to be there directing this, making sure that this menu is right, this diet is right, recipe is right, and all. So you are the business owner. But as an entrepreneur, you have people working for you, and you wouldn't have to be at the present. So I think I would want to be an entrepreneur, so I wouldn't rush into the business, but I would rather learn and know what to do best. Do you understand? So all this are knowledge you would incur when you start learning that just like how the body is full of 70% of water, I feel the whole world is full of 70% of money. If you have money, you have it. Like you can travel out, meet the big people, you make good and solid friends. What's the ones who be calling you for one CD, two CDs, and what that you get? So I feel that will help. So try and identify what you love. There's something you love doing. It's like the little thing you don't even expect could be that thing that will change your life. I identified that some people telling their story, like their story on social media actually get people. And I realized that everybody's interested in a story. Everybody will have to listen to a nice story. Your life story is always a nice story. Everybody's life story is always a nice story. I don't know the growing up there was a saying that our life is like a movie and God is a director. True. Everybody, in fact, as bad as the movie may be to me, someone is in love with that movie. So everyone, there are some percentage of someone people who would love to know your story. But do you have the courage to tell your story? Would do you know what's your story like? If you don't have the courage to tell your story, you can't do it. But if you have the courage to tell your story, what is stopping you? Don't say I have to get a good phone before I start. Because start typing it. People will read. People readers are there. Not like me. I don't really like reading, but people will read it. Do you understand? So and just try to get something within yourself. You know it. Don't let anybody like don't do it. Hey, you are coming to spoil yourself. Hey, the criticism would actually build you up. If there's no one criticizing you, then you're not doing I feel you are not doing the right thing. But if someone is criticizing your work or something, that's where you learn from it. Do you understand? That's where you learn from it. It may happen that you wouldn't know how to start it. Do you understand? So I'm coming up with a book which talks about the basis of money. So what this is not something that I'm going to copy and paste. Actually, this is what I have learned so far about money. This past almost 1 year, what I have learned about money and how it is. Sometimes the first thing I learned about money or the basis of money is time. If you realize the rich people are very, very, very time cautious. They don't play with their time. Money is time. Immediately you understand money is time, you know how you would be immediately you understand that money is time. Oh my god. You will realize that I've been wasting money. You wouldn't be saying I've been wasting time, but you will say I've been wasting money. That's why I really don't understand why I should wait after 3 years before I start earning much. You understand? I can be working at my current workplace, learning from there, getting that allowance they are giving me. Okay, I'm okay. But I have to learn how to make money that will sustain me. That in the next 3 years that I'm waiting to blow up in my career, I would have have a beautiful life that I can't be traveling outside. Because in my dream, I will have to be traveling over 20 countries in a year, 50 countries in a year. That dream won't come if I'm now coming to start earning maybe 5,000 cedis in the next 3 years. Hmm. I don't think it's possible. Do you understand? So, all I want to say in this episode is don't normalize debt, bad debts. Actually turn that bad debt into good debt. And how you will do that is you actually build yourself up. It may be that you like to look nice. Now, looking nice is a business on its own. So make sure you look nice and find yourself in the right places. Do you understand? Make sure you look nice, find yourself in the right places. It's an investment you are doing with the debt you are incurring, which will become a good debt in that way. Do you understand? Identify a passion. There is a hidden thing you do. Sometimes you've been writing down places and all, or you've been trying to like go through events and you see that this, oh, I can be an event planner. Do it. Start learning about it. Come up with a small event and it will blow up. Do you understand? If you don't start it, it won't be good. You wouldn't know how to improve it. So start it. Okay. Don't normalize debt. Identify something you can do and make your bad debts become a good debt. Invest in yourself throughout this period and you become great. The money is what? Time. Okay. So we come to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot. Note, money is time. Time is money. Money is people. People are money. Let me just give you a little scenario. I have 1,000 people, 1,000 contacts. Yeah. So just imagine I contact all these 1,000 people through broadcast and I say, oh, I'm raising funds. Actually, I'm raising funds. So I'm raising funds and I just need 1 CD from all of you. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000 CDs. That means money is people. Do you understand? Thank you very much for watching this show. I'm Miss Milena here, and it's peace out.